What's up, guys? It's Chris here. Welcome to my Web3 recap videos. At the end of these videos, I give you alpha to look forward to that's coming up in the next week. I will say my last few weeks have been absolute bangers. Hope you've been watching those. A couple weeks ago, you would have got a free Harley Quinn NFT that some of my viewers got and floored at around $100-something that they got just for watching the video and following the instructions. This week actually, we got the Blur airdrop I gave in last week's video that I'll leave up above. This Blur airdrop is going to contain Blur tokens that are going to be available to claim, I think, towards December. We don't know the value of these tokens yet, but there is some very bullish things around Blur, some very bullish investors, VC funds. So it's awesome that we're able to get this airdrop. At the end of this video, I'll give you more information. In this video, I'm going to recap how Warner Brothers is entering the Web3 space with an exclusive Web3 movie premiere of Lord of the Rings that actually dropped today. So we're going to be looking into that briefly. Moonbird's nesting rewards. If you had a Moonbird and you nested it, you now get the golden rewards. We're going to talk about that in the video. And we're also going to be talking about the returns of Beanie. Somebody who rugged a ton of the space last year is now back into the scene. Briefly go over that. And then, of course, the alpha at the end. So without further ado, let's dig right in. So here it is, the Lord of the Rings NFT. We're going to watch part of this and
movie NFT launching with the Epic Edition. Journey through immersive menus, featuring 3 locations from the film.
You can go through this entire experience. There's like 8 hours of viewing experience. You get all this for having the NFT. The NFT also gives you different items that we'll look at in just a second. So they did work with Illuvio, which is a blockchain that literally most people have not heard of. A lot of Web2 companies make this mistake. They don't really know much about the space, and they get consulted by somebody who also doesn't know much about the space and usually wants to show them their own platform or blockchain. I don't care too much on that. And it's a little bit confusing. Their website already takes forever to load usually. So I'm not super excited about this all in all, but I will say it's just cool because it is like a movie viewing experience that is based on the blockchain. As I always say in the last few months, one thing I think is incredibly bullish is that huge Web2 companies are entering the space as retail investors are scared to enter the space. So I think this is big because the companies who have been building and know how to make money, they know how to make product, they know how to execute new technology, are entering the space right now when retail doesn't care about it. So that's pretty cool. As you can see right here is the ultra rare Web3 movie experience, the complete interactive navigation experience with all 3 locations, the Shire, Rivendell, and Mines of Moria, plus bonus images galleries not included in the mystery edition. Full-length feature film, the extended version 4K, 8 hours of special features, large images, AR collectibles included in all 3 locations. So basically you can travel to these locations and collect things that are stored in your Illuvio wallet, which are yours now. That's part of the Web3 is ownership of those assets, and you could trade them and sell them on the blockchain. So that's really cool all in all. I think these are worth like $200 right now. They were like $100 at mint. And these still haven't minted out. There's 10,000 of them, and they basically just give like a smaller scale of that experience. You can buy it with credit or debit card. There's 7,785 available, meaning that there was only 2,215 that minted. All in all, you heard my thoughts on it. I do not own this. I did not buy it. I think it's really cool that they're entering the space. I am a Lord of the Rings fan. I think this is personally more of a Lord of the Rings experience, like a pretty cool Web3 experience, than it is something that you would probably want to buy and sell. Not to say it can't be valuable. Perhaps if they give more value in the future, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's cool, and I think it's cool that they enter the space and that Warner Brothers is involved. This is really cool and worth noting. So Moonbirds is one of the blue chips in the NFT space, and they have these things called nesting, where essentially you stake your bird and it nests. So they ended up giving out the golden rewards this week, which is teaming up with Infinite Objects. They basically make frames that you can put your NFTs on. Each one is unique to your Moonbird, to your NFT. And as you can see, they look really nice on the frames. They're customizable. Different tiers like silver and bronze have different claims. It says that like they can only be claimed once per bird if you do have silver and bronze. So this is a pretty cool thing that Moonbirds is doing. Now, I do think you still have to pay for the frame itself, but just being able to team up and getting the custom ones for the Moonbirds is pretty cool. These look amazing. If I owned a Moonbird personally, I would love one of these of my Moonbird. Even though they did CCO, so technically anybody could make this frame and have it, it's still a cool thing specifically for holders. Some spicy controversy in the NFT space. Beanie, after taking a year-long sabbatical, is back, and it's getting really controversial on why he's back. So Beanie is a known rugger of the space, meaning he stole money, essentially, pumped up projects, inflated things, and dipped. As you can see, it's kind of a running joke, but it's also serious. His tweet here, in case anybody is interested, I will be making my life mission to integrate BGLD into everything I do in crypto as a payment option, as lending collateral, blah, 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 hyping the project up. And not only did the price absolutely crash after this, Beanie disappeared. He rugged many projects around in the space last year at this time, and all of a sudden, he's back. He's appearing on Twitter again, although it looks like he's going to be disappearing again. What do you know? He says he won't be participating anymore because of toxicity and blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, if everyone around you is toxic, maybe you're the common denominator, but who am I to say that? Well, this is where the fun transition happens, where it gets a little crazy. So Blur, that alpha that I gave last week, and actually leading up to the alpha this week, he, come to find out, was a seed investor in Blur, and this stirred up a lot of emotions because a lot of people got hurt by Beanie, and then they found out that he's a seed investor of this, so people didn't like that. Personally, I don't think it really matters, and he probably invested off of an Anon account that they'd really had to dig to find out that it was him anyways, if that was even possible. So I'll use this to transition into this week's alpha, something that you want to be looking out at during the next few weeks, really even the next few months. So if you're watching my video, you followed along, you got airdrop 1, which is these random crates. I just happen to get 3 uncommons, so kind of tough luck. These crates will be able to be open and fill with Blur tokens. Airdrop 2 is coming out soon. It's coming out in November, I believe. And basically, I'll just go ahead and read it. The more you list, the more you earn. Airdrop 2 will be much bigger and will be delivered to traders who actively list on Blur. Higher loyalty, increased rarity significantly. So we're going to dive into this a little bit to figure out more about the airdrop. If you look at here how it works, the more you list, the more you earn. Listing blue chips helps. More active collections help. So basically listing things that have volume, not just dumping your trash, will probably increase your odds of getting a better airdrop. Using all the listing tools, so like floor price, trait floor price, ladder list. Don't try to game the system, which people totally try to do by listing, then relisting, and blah, blah, blah. They're going to do analysis to weed out people who try to game it. Just use Blur, and you will be qualified to be able to get the airdrop. They also have a loyalty tiered system. Basically, they compare your activity on Blur versus other marketplaces, and the higher your loyalty is on Blur, the higher chances you are to get a better airdrop. It says right here your luck, so if it's 50% or lower than 50%, you have low luck. 50 to 90%, you have medium luck. 90 to 97%, you have high luck. And if your loyalty is 97+% on Blur, you have very high luck to get a rare airdrop. So you heard it here first. If you want to work towards that airdrop number 2 and not be left out, if you're trading on ETH at all, use Blur opposed to some other marketplaces right now to build up for that airdrop in November. And who knows what we're going to get and how much these are going to be worth. It's worth the shot, especially if you're already trading on ETH. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.